Hello, my colleagues and I have put together this presentation to give an overview of the ballot measure that will be on this year's Colorado ballot, Proposition E, Taxes on Nicotine Products. On November 3rd of 2020, people of Colorado will be able to cast a yes or no vote upon the issue, and I'm here to provide a quick outline on what that would mean for both types of people who either oppose it or side with it. I will begin by defining what Proposition EE is. Then following, I will provide our overall goal of the presentation. Later, I will elaborate on Proposition EE by providing background information on the matter and the impacts it will have on the state. Later, I will explain and expand more on the effects of both a yes vote and a no vote. Finally, I will conclude by restating the issue at hand and inform you on what you can do to make sure your opinion is heard. Proposition EE takes a stance on increasing the taxes on both tobacco and nicotine products. The revenues of increasing the taxes would be dedicated to funding educational and health programs. Our goal, as the political science class of Fort Lewis College, is to inform you on the matter of Proposition EE, taxes on nicotine products, while being able to illustrate the effects both a yes and no vote have on the issue. Our goal, again, is to provide you with the best and most accurate information to where you feel confident to go out and vote on the matter. If Proposition EE were to be approved, it would allow the government to raise taxes on nicotine and tobacco products, create a new and higher tax on nicotine products, such as cigars, snuff, and vaping products, and dedicate funds to preschools, education, housing programs, tobacco education, and last but not least, healthcare. However, if it were to be denied, the taxes on nicotine and tobacco products would remain the same as they currently are, as no new tax increase would be applied. In the image to the left, we have provided the current tax rates and what the new tax rate increase would look like over the next 7 years on nicotine and tobacco products. In Figure 1, we provided a graph on the overview of how and where the tax revenue were to go for the next 8 years. So to say, if Proposition EE were to be approved and enacted, the revenue of the tax increase would go towards rural schools, in which you would receive 55% of the tax increase revenue on a per-student basis. Though this would also allow for grants and loans to be issued to the expansion of housing development, as well as providing healthcare programs like Medicaid to be financed by the money that's taxed from the increase in nicotine and tobacco products. Voting yes on the tax ballot measure for Proposition EE would increase the taxes on tobacco and nicotine products, which could be beneficial to the state of Colorado in a few different ways. The revenue of increasing the taxes would go towards funding at least a minimum of 10 hours of preschool, providing more funding towards the schools in rural areas, offering eviction legal assistance, and dedicating funds for healthcare and tobacco education prevention programs. In Table 3, we have provided the amount of fiscal year spending without the tax increase and revenue from the estimated tax increase for the years 2021 through 2022. The fiscal year spending without the tax increase is estimated to be about $16.46 billion, as opposed to $186.5 million collected in revenue from the tax increase. We collected this data from the Colorado General Assembly Ballot Information Booklet. On the other hand, voting no on the tax ballot measure for Proposition EE would keep the taxes on nicotine and tobacco products the same, resulting in not enacting allowing for the increase in taxes for such products. There have been many arguments arguing that increasing taxes on these products would create a financial burden on people who won't choose to consume them. This consists mainly of low-income users. Not only that, but raising the taxes would hurt business owners. It has also been argued that it is wrong of the state to rely on the revenues of increasing taxing on nicotine and tobacco products, known as addictive substances, in order to fund programs like education and healthcare. The taxing on nicotine products would start at a minimum of 30% of the manufacturer's retail price for the products and increase to a maximum of 62% in the next 7 years, hurting the main consumers of the product as it would cause a financial burden upon them. It has also been predicted that increasing the taxes on nicotine and tobacco products will result in a decrease in using the products, which then results in a decline in sales, which would be harmful for small businesses, as if the pandemic weren't already hurting our small and local businesses enough. Colorado has given their state the option to vote yes or no on Proposition EE. Again, voting yes would result in increasing taxes on both nicotine and tobacco products, and voting no would allow for the taxes of these products to remain the same, with no increase or decrease on the tax. It is now your turn as the public to go out and vote on the matter, along with other political issues as well. Advocate for not only yourself but your community as well by casting your vote on November 3rd, 2020. You can register either in person or online at the following link. Thank you.